Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I still have IPL fever, so here's another IPL video. There really were some moments of pure brilliance in the field this season. There's been some game-changing catches. So today I'm going to talk through the best catches of the IPL 2020 and I'll be choosing my favourite of them all. By the way, I still have my giveaway ongoing. I have 8 IPL masks, which I'm going to send out. I'm announcing the winner next week. A lot of you have entered already, but there's still time to enter if you haven't. And I'm going to explain at the end of the video how you can win one. So let's get started. Enjoy the video. So I have around 5 or so really memorable catches to talk about. Let's start with one which Sachin Tendulkar called the best save I've ever seen in my life. And it happened in the match between Kings 11 Punjab and Rajasthan Royals. Yep, I'm talking about Nicholas Pooran's acrobatics. I mean, just look at this. I did gymnastics for years, but even I wouldn't be able to pull this one off without breaking a bone. He just leapt over the boundary rope to launch the ball back on the field. Insane stuff. And it wasn't just Sachin Tendulkar he impressed, it was cricketers all over the globe, former and present. They went crazy for it. Twitter erupted, as you can see here. I really do think it could be one of the greatest fielding efforts of all time, but there are a few more contenders, so let's move on to number 2. This catch I mentioned briefly in last week's Super Over video. It involved a boundary catch by the mighty Manish Pandey. It happened in match number 17, a memorable one between Mumbai Indians and Sunrisers Hyderabad. And as you'll remember, Sandeep Sharma bowled the last ball of the 15th over. And Ishan Kishan's shot, it was heading to the boundary off a flat-batted lofted drive to the right, but Manish Pandey was having none of it. He sprinted across from long on and made a swimming pool dive to snatch the ball mid-air. Ishan Kishan was dismissed and Manish Pandey came away stunning us all with those sensational fielding efforts. Next up, catch number 3. This one was a joint effort, a deadly fielding combo, if you will. It happened in a Chennai Super Kings and Kolkata Knight Riders game, and the duo in question are none other than Ravindra Jadeja and Faf du Plessis. As you'll remember, Sunil Narayan was the victim of this killer dismissal. The shot looked like it was going to be a big one, on its way over the rope, but Jadeja leapt to grab the ball and land on his front, sliding to the boundary ropes. So what did he do to ensure the safety of the catch? Well, he just tossed it over to Faf du Plessis, who'd run from long on, and the whole thing, it was just a fielding masterclass. I think the best thing about this catch was their celebration. I mean, what a pair, an unforgettable catch. Next up, a stunning one-handed catch. Who comes to mind? Yep, it's Jofra Archer. I mean, what can this man not do? On the ball, with the bat, in the field. What a versatile guy. The catch that stunned me was in the first innings of the game between Rajasthan Royals and Mumbai Indians. Now, Ishan Kishan, he smashed a short wide delivery towards the third man boundary, which was bowled by Kartik Tyagi. The ball looked set to clear the boundary. That was until Jofra Archer swiftly backed up against the boundary and just soared through the air to twist his body and reach the ball with his right hand. I think the best thing about this catch was just how nonchalant Jofra was after this incredible effort. He simply landed to the ground and tossed the ball back in. Cool as you like. Everyone's reactions, it made it even better. Even like Rian Parag, he couldn't believe his eyes. Ben Stokes, he laughed in disbelief, and then Andrew McDonald just clapped him on, whilst all of us at home were just sat there in astonishment. I thought I could limit this video to the best 5 catches, But there were in fact more that definitely deserve a mention. It's not easy to make these shortlists for these IPL videos given how eventful the season was, so I have to mention another wonderful one-handed catch, and this happened in the 20th match between Mumbai Indians and Rajasthan Royals. This time, the man of the hour was Kieron Pollard. He was off balance actually when he was leaping up for the catch to dismiss Jos Buttler, but that didn't matter because he pulled it off brilliantly. He really timed his jump to perfection and it seemed to entertain Sachin Tendulkar. Another memorable catch was by none other than the emerging player of the season, Devdutt Padikkal, and that was in the game between RCB and the IPL 2020 champions. Padikkal dismissed Saurabh Tiwari in stunning fashion. He just leapt forward and snatched the ball mid-air. It really was a beauty of a catch, and given Padikkal had scored his 4th IPL 50 earlier in the match, I'm pretty sure that game was an unforgettable one for the 20-year-old. And after this killer season for RCB, he really announced his arrival in style. The Emerging Player of the Season award is well and truly deserved. Before I finish on my favourite catch of all, I have to make an honourable mention to another young gun who caught my eye with his sensational effort to dismiss Jofra Archer. I'm talking about Kamlesh Nagarkoti, and that was in the game between KKR and Rajasthan Royals. Jofra Archer tried to slog a good length delivery over Varun Chakravarti's head, but Kamlesh Nagarkoti sprinted from long on and just launched himself parallel to the ground to catch the ball. I had to mention this one because it was just another instance in which an IPL youngster had put the icing on the cake to a killer game. In his very first over earlier in the game, he struck twice, picking up the wickets of Robin Uthappa and Riyan Parag. So, to finish this appearance with a catch like that, it deserves a mention in this shortlist. Right, it's time for my favourite catch of the season. I think it must be obvious by now which one I'm going for. It happened in the final over of a game between CSK and Kolkata Knight Riders. Yep, MS Dhoni wins this one for me. This catch was a special one. It broke a record. Dhoni became the wicketkeeper with the most catches in the IPL, temporarily surpassing Dinesh Karthik. So let's relive the moment. Dwayne Bravo was bowling, Shivam Mavi was ready with the bat. MS Dhoni appeared to gesture something to Bravo regarding pace. Bravo then bowled a wide, fuller length delivery to Shivam Mavi, who attempted a big heave. Dhoni had removed his right-hand glove for a throw, but that didn't matter at all because he dived to his right, he grasped the ball, and to complete the catch with both hands, he just leapt forward. This is what we love Dhoni for, age-defying performances. Maybe there's some bias in Dhoni's catch being my favourite of the season because I am a fan, but hey, I think there's really something special in a player like MS Dhoni giving the younger ones a run for their money when it comes to agile fielding. Recently, former CSK trainer Ramji Srinivasan, he stated MS Dhoni's reflex time of 0.32 seconds can be compared to some of the top racing drivers around the world. He may be one of the oldest veterans of the tournament, but Dhoni's still got it. I actually have a whole video dedicated to IPL veterans, so do give it a watch if you are interested. Well, there you have it, the best catches of the IPL 2020. MS Dhoni's gloveless effort being number one in my opinion. So let's move on to how you guys can win one of these exclusive IPL masks. If you've already entered this giveaway, just ignore this part. Number 1, like this video and subscribe to my channel. Number 2, follow me on Twitter and Instagram. Number 3, comment below with your favourite catch of the tournament. Plus tell me what mask you want to win. And that's it. I'll announce the winner, I'll announce the 8 winners in my next IPL video. So good luck everyone, thanks so much for watching and I'll see you next time.